the so-called white man led us into what? Slavery, cargo, slave ships. But guess what? It wasn't just the so-called white man. It was called the Transatlantic slave trade. And the participants of the transatlantic slave trade, see, the so-called white man, they had to sit in the boats offshore in the Ivory Coast, and they had to send smaller boats in because they couldn't bring those big ships too close in because of the jagged rocks and all that there when you get close
Yeah,
in.
well, if you don't think about marine, you don't bring a big ship, don't come to the shore, immediate shore.
No.
You got to stay far off, and then you have rowboats to come in.
Right. So
they anchor out there, like
he said, they have the anchor. They had the anchor out there. So who were the gatherers? The gatherers were African middlemen and Ishmaelites or Arabs, people that you would call Arabs. Those were the ones that were gathering. Who? They were gathering the Israelites that was there in West Africa and chaining us up and bringing us to the big boats where the so-called white man was at in the harbor. And it was an exchange, musket guns and wine. It was the transatlantic slave trade. Now, Negroes wasn't just sold to the so-called white man. Negroes was trafficked eastward across Africa, to East Africa, to Zanzibar. Were trafficked out to Mecca, sold out in Mecca, sold out in Persia to the East Indians, and sold out as far east as Turkey. Negroes were sold out during the transatlantic slave trade. It wasn't just coming over here to the Americas.
But the main place was here. You know, going back to the prophecy.
Yep.
You know, was that the
Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
28 and 64. But I'm thinking about, it was Revelation 12th chapter, where they'll be in the place. They're going into the wilderness.
The place, right? Yeah, the place. Yeah,
into the place.
Yep, the place, America.
Because this is Babylon the Great. Yep. So that major yeah, and remember too the curses of us being scattered.
Right.
But the main place that we were brought to was right here in the United States, or right in the Americas.
Yep.
Because it's that Babylon the Great.
And the scripture said in Deuteronomy, what is it, 28 and 68, thou shalt see it no more again. And he said that we shall go into captivity by way of ships. By the wherewith he spake of, and we shall see it no more again, our homeland, which is what? Jerusalem. Africa's not our homeland. Our homeland is Jerusalem, Palestine, the land of Judah. That's our homeland. The Lord said we shall see it no more again. And in this place where we're at, we're going to be sold to our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Now, the term bondmen and bondwomen means, it's Quaker English, meaning male and female slaves.
That's right.
Bondmen and bondwomen, and the scripture said, no man shall buy you. It's not talking about no man's going to purchase you, because it said we're going to be sold. So that's an oxymoron saying, see, it says nobody shall buy you. That's a Quaker English term, meaning no person is going to be able to free you. Okay? You're going to be sold for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. That's a Quaker English term, meaning there's going to be nobody that's going to free you.
That's right.
That's what that's talking about. Thou shalt see it no more again, our homeland.